through this podcast, through this channel, I'll be able to basically remind myself of where I'm at and also remind you of where you can go. And so, no matter how corny it seems or how overused some of these quotes may seem, they are the most truest things that I have found in life. And when I look around every single day and I wake up and I realize I am so grateful for everything I have, when I am so thankful, even through all of the struggle, that's when I know I am in the frequency of achieving greatness. And that's how I know that you can also be in that. Because there was times in my life where I thought things would just never get better. I completely detached from my soul. And until I actively, consciously, intentionally found my soul once again, I was not able to truly understand the powers that we have to create the reality we want and the reality that the universe is pushing us towards. And so, if you are here today, my friends, we are at a place where it is our chief aim to help others see what we are able to see within our own lives. If you've come up and you have had the privilege to have, financial stability, or you've come from a place of never having to worry where your next meal has come from, do not feel ashamed that you were given these luxuries, but realize that that privilege that you have was given to you for a reason, so that you could go out there and explore yourself and the world. Once you have all of the physiological things in life that you need to survive, and you are no longer in a state of survival that your animal, your human, perpetually also thinks it's in due to the mind and due to just our ancestors. Once you can detach from that and realize that because of the privilege we have, now we are able to explore our inner workings. We're able to explore and connect to our soul and connect to the source, and then truly understand what that power is. Don't look at it as being ashamed of the privileges you've been given when there's others that struggle. That is not the answer. The answer is, how can I take this privilege and make the most of it so that others can benefit and come to the same realizations that I have been able to come to? And so we talk about the law of attraction a lot. I see it on YouTube, I see it on podcasts, I see books written about it. But really, and it's been said in other books and other material out there by very, prominent people, but it's really not the law of attraction that we're looking for. It's the law of resonance. I've realized that what has been the most influential, most powerful things that have occurred in my life, and it's not things that I've attracted to me, but it's things that have resonated from me, or with me, I should say. The Power of Now, the book by Eckhart Tolle. When I first listened to that book, I listened to it as I was gardening one day. I was gardening for my neighbor, and it was the first time in my life that I actually did gardening as a job. And I can tell you, I had never felt so close to something greater than myself than when I listened to that book and was gardening in my life. And when I heard the words that Eckhart Tolle was speaking, it was like it had come from within me. And you will have those moments, and you probably have already had many of those moments that you're not consciously realizing that, wow, I've heard this before. It's come from within me. Everything that I am seeking external understanding of is something that I've already known deep down within me. And so we're going to unlock that together. And we're going to share that with as many people as we possibly can. And so I know that you're here for a reason. I know that I am here for a reason, and I am incredibly grateful for you. And we are going to do, and we are already doing things that are going to bring unity during a time where it seems to the intellect and to the mind that there's not much unity and grace and peacefulness out there. But I believe that this is when things change. Life is ebbs and flows. In the Tao Te Ching, they say one of the most important concepts really is be like water, flow, that state of flow that you can put yourself in. If you look at water, it's the perfect example of life. It does not resist, it is non-resistant. And so, I know personally, whenever I try and resist what is happening, that is when I struggle the most. That is when I have a hard time coping. And so, what we have to understand is that what is coming to us is trying to tell us something. And if it is not aligned with our values, our chief aim, what we want in life, we have to look inside of us and say, why is this coming to us? Why now? I love this quote by Napoleon Hill. Now, Think and Grow Rich is another great book that has also had a huge impact on my life. And that book found me. I did not find that book. That book came to me in so many different areas of my life until I decided I needed to read it. And then what do you know? I find other people who have been changed by that book that just come into my life. And this is not by mistake, guys. My friends, our only limitation, Napoleon Hill says this, our only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. And it is so true. If you are an individual who comes from a place of privilege, if you are an individual who has been given the ability to have comfort in your life, do not feel guilt. Do not feel shame because you have it. Take advantage of it so that you can be one of those individuals like myself, like others out there, that takes what they have and then goes and does great things, serves everybody else in the same way that you serve yourself. At the end of the day, being the best that you can be truly is the best thing you can give to the world. And I am at a place of perpetual growth, and you are at a place of perpetual growth where we'll never say we're done growing. But we can say that we are consciously being the best that we can possibly be every single day, and we're getting better every single day. Because there's a greatness within you. There's a greatness within me that is untapped, that we have tapped into now. You are here today for a reason. I am here today for a reason. And I say this because it's true. I have goosebumps. I literally have goosebumps. I feel energy moving through my whole body as I speak. Because I know someone is out there listening to this, and either they feel alive because it's something they've heard before inside of them, or because it is something that is slowly clicking with them now. The ability that they choose the reality they live in. They choose what they want to see in the world. Everything is a choice. And I want you and I and every other individual that we possibly can impact with this to look at the world as a beautiful place that we must nurture, and that we are going in the right direction because we are all awakening. We are all awakening to what is going on. COVID-19, I know they don't like me talking about this stuff on podcasts or YouTube, but whatever. It is the Great Awakening. It gave us the time to reflect upon everything that is going on in our lives. Are we going to take advantage of it, or are we going to sit on that and feel as though we can't really do anything about that? It's not true. The truth is, we can do anything that we want in life. And the universe, as long as we are grateful and as long as we are there with the intention of serving those around us with whatever it is and solving and helping the issues and problems that have arisen, through this disruption, we will have the greatest awakening of the human consciousness that has ever occurred. And we have the dissemination of information through the internet that makes it possible. So this is only the beginning of a very, very, very exciting quest. And I'm so thankful for you being here today. I'm so thankful for me being able to be here to speak these words to you today. And that is all for today's first episode, I guess. I guess we're going to call it episodes. If you found any value in this, make sure you share it with as many people as you possibly can. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And go out into the world and realize that your limitations are that of your mind, and you are not your mind. Your mind is a tool. Your mind is a resource. Just like money, just like quote unquote abundance, comfort, privilege. Those are all things that we've used, words that we've used to define things in our mind. And those can be limitations. Comfort is a limitation. Disruption is the only way we grow. And so I leave you with that for today's episode. Peace and love to every single one of you. Thank you so much for listening.